Welcome back, guys, to Tripping at Oz, the Kimberleys, part 2 of the Gibb River Road. In this episode we travel to the Mount Barnett station to visit the spectacular Manning Gorge, where we discover another problem, which becomes a bit of a game changer. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this episode as we make our way to our final destination of the trip before heading back to our home in Perth.
Well, good morning, guys. We've finally left Allenborough station. Got our tyres fitted. Yeah, went for the BF Goodrich All Terrains. We've arrived at Mount Barnett and we're going to Manning Gorge, which requires a swim across a river and then a 2.5k walk roughly there and 2.5k walk back. Apparently it's really worth it, so we'll see how we go. Here we are, first swim across. This is where you swim across and get your bucket and come back. Halfway up the hill, thought I'd take a bit of a swipe. Pretty awesome up here. Anyway, we'll keep going.
Oh wow. When you're walking,
Had to climb down here.
climbing, you need to remember to look up. Because when you don't, this is what you miss.
The couple in front of us were Ian and Janelle, who were our neighbours in Kununurra, and we met along the way again at Allan Bray Station. They actually recommended Manning Gorge to us to visit, and I'm so glad they did. Lovely people.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Here we are, the beginning of the gorge, Manning Gorge. This is just absolutely mind-blowing. The water is so clear, and you go up there and you got waterfalls. We'll head up there now. It looks fantastic. Wow. Absolutely awesome, guys. So happy to be here. The best place in the boom.
Manning Gorge was a fantastic place, worth the effort. It's not an easy trek, but if I can do it, I'm sure most of you should be able to. It was great catching up with Ian and Janelle. We had a few drinks with them while we relaxed later that evening, and they gave us a few more places to visit as they'd done this before. So the next morning, we packed up and decided to head off to Galvin's Gorge, and the plan was to head to Honeymoon Bay near Columbaroo. Unfortunately, as we arrived at the roadhouse to top up our water tank, we discovered the water tank on the camper trailer had completely split. Well, that was a complete game changer for us, so we decided it was best just to head straight to Derby. It was a hard decision to make, as the places I most wanted to see were now off the cards. Unfortunately, Karen had to get back to work, so time wasn't on our side to get a repair and come back. Oh well, next time. Well, Galvin's Gorge turned out to be our favourite spot that we visited on the whole trip, and we highly recommend the visit. It was a short, easy walk in, and the scenery was just amazing. A great swimming hole with a rope swing, and while we were there, a few people who arrived after us came up to us to let us know that the camper trailer had a leak. When I let them know that the water tank was leaking, we discussed fixing it by riveting it up and putting some Celastic on it. They had a rivet gun, so we headed back to the car and gave it a go, but unfortunately no luck. The blokes were saying that they were short of a cold beer, so for their help I gave them a few cold Peronis, and they were pretty grateful they didn't have to drink a few warm VBs that they had, which they ended up giving to me. We all had a bit of a laugh and headed off in different directions. I'd just like to say these two gentlemen that were trying to help me, one of them with his family and one of them by himself, were actually two police officers on long service leave from over east, and I just can't believe how many people were willing to help in times of trouble out in the middle of nowhere. I really appreciate your help, guys, if you're watching, and I hope you enjoyed your holiday without any problems like we had. But anyway, take care, and hopefully we'll catch up with you somewhere else some other time.
Well, morning guys. We're at, actually it's about midday, a place called Leonard Gorge. Bit of a rough track to get in here, nice little track, but a bit rough as usual. We're not actually going to do the walk because it's a 3k walk and class 4. I've got a bit of a sore foot at the moment, and yeah, we decided to head back to Derby, stay there for a couple of days. The camper trailer water tank split, we've got no water in the tank. Got plenty of water to get us by, but yeah, I want to get it fixed. And I need to get the tyres balanced because they're only fitted, not balanced, out in the station. And yeah, so we just stopped in here to have a bit of lunch. We had some guys try and help us with the camper trailer this morning. Thanks very much to them. They lent me their rivet gun, but didn't solve the problem after all. I gave them some cold Peronis and they replaced them with some cold, looks like VBs, which look like they've been falling around the back of the truck for a while. But anyway guys, if you're watching, cheers for that, and hope it doesn't taste too bad, but yeah, it smells like beer. And yeah, we were at a gorge this morning having a swim. These guys helped us out. Anyway, cheers to you, and appreciate it. That's not too bad. Not off or anything, so that's good. Anyway, cheers to you.
After having a bite to eat at Leonard Gorge and a nice cold BB, thanks to the great blokes we met at Galvin's, we headed back to the highway through another small water crossing, and we decided to go to Tunnel Creek for a look and stay the night as we had enough water to last us one more night. But when we arrived, the entrance said it was closed. We did find a lot of places that were closed on our trip, and again it was a little disappointing, but I've been there a few times before when I lived in Derby and Broome, so not a big problem. So we decided to keep on going, and that became the end of our Gibb River Road adventure. As disappointing as our issues were, I must say we still had a fantastic time, and we were so grateful that we didn't have other issues like other people, with caravans being towed out and cars like brand new Land Cruisers being towed out on the back of trucks.
Here we are just arrived at Derby Wharf and Cafe. A lot different to when I was here. There was only one way out on the jetty. It obviously goes all the way around now, but yeah, anyway.
Anyway, that brings us to the end of episode 10, part 2 of the Gibb River Road. We ended up spending 2 nights at Derby, where we had the tyres balanced and had a small look around. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. And if you hit the notification bell, it will let you know when the next episode is up. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and take care and stay safe.